Football, for the love of the game.
Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and thank you guys for finding time to join me. Another 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 AFCON daily show. This is now day 21. We're trying to be consistent to see exactly if we can actually bring this show to you. I was tempted to do a live today, but I just want to do it quickly and get it out of the way. So, as you all know, we're already in the semi-final stage. Nigeria qualify for the semi-finals. Nigeria will face the Atlas Lions of Morocco, while the Pharaohs of Egypt will trade tackles with the Terenga Lions of Senegal. So you can see clearly that we have two lions. We have the Atlas Lions of Morocco, we have the Terenga Lions of Senegal, we have the Pharaohs of Egypt and the Super Eagles of Nigeria in the semi-final. Nigeria is the only team that made it to the semi-final the last AFCON that's still in the semi-final here. Egypt crashed out in the second round. Morocco crashed out in the second round. Senegal crashed out in the second round. So the three other teams crashed out in the second round. So Nigeria is the only team actually that qualified for the semi-final and are still here in the semi-final. So you have two West African brothers versus two North African brothers. This is probably one of the highest rated teams in Africa. So a lot of things actually were at stake. So for those guys that did my prediction, they predicted Ivory Coast to beat Egypt. That didn't happen. Nigeria to beat Algeria, it happened. Senegal to beat Mali, it happened. Cameroon to beat Morocco did not happen. So I think all of us got 2 out of 4. Let's just look at how Eric Chelle did that job. People have been asking me that, like, why can't you just tell us what you? Because I watched the game live and I'm back to base. Actually, you can see my background. I'm back in Manchester. I should be going in a few days' time for the semi-final, in Rabat, and maybe potentially also the final too in Rabat. So, but in between, because it's just 3 hours, we can just, change it. As now that in Rabat now, there's more frequent flights from here to Rabat. So, yeah, people have been calling me, texting me that I should do the how Eric Chelle did the how Eric Chelle destroyed Algeria, and let me just go through it. I will also do the tactical preview, how I think Eric Chelle can exploit Morocco weaknesses, and where I think the pendulum will swing. I will also do that tactical preview as soon as possible. But let me just talk about Eric Chelle, how Eric Chelle actually did the job. So, in the early part of the game, I don't know the reason why the Algerian coach, very experienced man, but it was actually slightly confused. So let me just explain some few things to you about the game. So Franco, Nigeria did not change a lineup. Nigeria lineup actually remained the same. So we didn't change lineup. We're just the same lineup that played against Tunisia, same lineup to today too. So there was no big difference between them. But there's a big issue for the issue with Algeria is that they were looking for exactly how to counter Nigeria. So I didn't put lineup on this. Can I just tell you how Algeria started? So they brought back what's it called? Zidane. Look at Zidane in goal. So on paper, they played a 4-4-2. But the 4-4-2 kept on changing to 4-1-2-1-2 to 4-2-2 to 4-3-3. So I will tell you, they're just looking for ways to neutralize. So it wasn't the traditional 4-2-4-4-2. But Eric Chelle also went with his own diamond formation. On paper, it was 4-3-1-2 on paper. But in reality, it's 4-1-2-1-2. So, because I realized that the game, I will just use some few things now. So at the start of the game, when they actually passed, the whole thing showed up directly what Algeria wanted to actually do. So at the start, this was just after the kickoff. You can see that you can see that the guys in blue, they are the four defenders from Algeria, the two blacks, two and two. So they wanted to form like a diamond midfield to try and maybe probably, choke the midfield, then match us in that midfield and see exactly where they can actually exploit our weaknesses. So he was trying to match Nigeria rather than actually playing his own game. That was the situation. He was trying to match Nigeria rather than actually playing his own game. So it was 4-2-2. Sometimes it was just changing. We wanted to and I think that was really what Eric actually wanted, to make sure that Eric Chef wanted to force him to play his own game. So in this other part, this is this is uh, this is actually what the clip I was talking about. So this is Algeria. So they started with that 4-2-2, but 4-2-4-1, 4-1-2-1-2 or so, 4-2 on paper. So they were not coordinated. So there's no Ismail Benassar here. You can see exactly how their four midfielders got dragged out trying to press us one beat one. And that gave, I think that gave Aqua Dams to come back and take the ball and release Victor Osimhen. So this was as early as the 7th minute. So it wasn't working for Algeria. So they were just trying to actually match us in that area. It wasn't working for Algeria. So if you look at the way they actually they set up here, they realized that it wasn't actually working for them. You can see clearly here too. They were trying to go 1v1, but the way they try to show the midfield, Osai Samuel and Bruno actually they're available for passing options. So you can see that there's always one man extra. I think that guy that is actually there doesn't actually know what he was doing throughout the game. But I will tell you exactly what actually happened, because you can see clearly here that Alex Wilfred Ndidi providing option for Ajayi. That option he's providing is to make sure that he's taking pressure, off Ajayi. When you take pressure off Ajayi, Osai Samuel and Bruno is free. So from there, Nigeria launch attack. This is actually what happened several times in the game. So, what really even impressed me very well is also the level of pressing. The way Nigerian press. We've been pressing for a while, and people think that okay, when the guys press for a while, they get tired. But if you look at this Victor Osimhen pressing is just not ordinary pressing. His pressing can take two players out of the game. The way he runs in like a curvy way, in a very curved pattern. So that Lucas is down, didn't know exactly what to do. So he had to release, he has to pass the ball out quickly. So, this is just, Osimhen is just a pressing machine. I don't know if you have played, all these hide and seek back home, the way they run, the way he bent his run, it took two Algerian players out of the passing option for Lucas Zidane. Then he has to pass, to like a different option entirely. And from then, Nigeria actually we won the ball back early. So this thing happened several times in that game that we have to rush them to pass, quickly, and we get the ball back from them. So so that's actually you can see that we're winning the ball early from them. We're actually attacking them. So I've talked about how they approached the game themselves. They wanted to take the midfield from Nigeria, but we kept on dragging them out of position, like I showed you in those two previous slides. Also, pressing too is that we stopped them from playing their own game. So we're pressing them too much. They were in hurry to pass out quickly. We win the ball early. We attack them again. So that was the style that actually happened. You can see the way our pressing is now actually coordinated. So this part is how we normally actually attack them. So you know what? Victor Osimhen, Alex Iwobi, you guys are just fantastic players. So if you look at the part here, let me just make it slightly what care. You can see that purple guy. I put two arrows there. That's Alex Iwobi. So Alex Iwobi is dragging two midfielders to the left. And the reason why he's doing that because people know that Alex Iwobi drops there. And the Algerians are aware too. When he drops there, he sees the picture of the game better than any Nigerian player there. So the Algerians are aware. So, and Eric Chelle is now using that one to his own advantage. So as Alex Iwobi is dropping, is moving towards the left, he's taking two players out of that position. So when he's taking two players out of that position that Alex Iwobi actually was left, Lookman will go and operate that position. So, and let me see, so that you can see exactly, how the move actually materialized, finally. So how the move actually materialized there finally. So how the move actually materialized actually finally. I'm gonna actually show you. This is actually still a diamond part. Yes, this is how the move actually materialized. So the moment Iwobi drag them to that left, so because Iwobi is just too deep, they won't be able to follow Iwobi, but they're already out of position. Iwobi takes the ball. Lookman is now in Iwobi's position, free. That's the guy, I put that red arrow to Lookman. The Lookman takes the ball, find Victor Osimhen. This was like, probably what we used to actually do again. It happened against Mozambique, happened against Tunisia, happened against this team against Algeria. But unfortunately, Victor Osimhen actually lost that opportunity. So it was like, trying to look for a way to, like, okay, let them forcing them to play our own game. So that's for me, I think everything was actually was scripted. So the same, you can see exactly, see the same shape again. They want the midfield. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players trying to show. So the moment they want to do that, Alex Iwobi is already the left back position. You can see Alex Iwobi there, already in left back position. They can't follow Alex Iwobi again. So indirectly now, they decided to stay with Lookman and leave Iwobi alone. So then the guy can actually cause damage. Well, if you give Iwobi time to think about what he wants to do, you're probably going to be in trouble. So, and probably they left him. So, and they paid for it. So another thing here is that pressing resistance. So apart from the way we pressed Algeria, they were also press resistant. So look at this situation. And that was Bruno Yemichi, actually handling the ball with potential of having like 3 Algerian players to press him. He won that ball there. He actually he escaped the press. He passed the ball to Franco Onyeka. Then you can see clearly there now, Franco Onyeka now you can see that yellow line is for Osai Samuel to run into. So the moment he passed the ball to Franco Onyeka, Onyeka got the ball. About 4 Algerian players already out of position. So Franco Onyeka, Osai Samuel can now run into acres of space. So we kept on, this was what we kept on doing for both Bruno Yemichi and Osai Samuel. And that's the reason why you see that the majority of them actually had a very good game. So when we invite Algeria to press, we were press restriction, we passed to Alex Iwobi, Franco Onyeka, already did it. They received the ball. Our fullbacks, occupied different. They occupied, give us width. Then from there, we keep on actually we attack them. Okay, so this was as the order. That's why Osai Samuel turned to like a prime Dani Alves. So you can see, I showed you in this clip again. So this was they were now confused. This was actually 1-0. the Algerians still look at they still don't know exactly what to do. The number 2 guy, I don't know, maybe I showed the clip initially. The number 2 guy, they don't know exactly what to do. I don't know, maybe I had a clip here. They don't know exactly what to do with. So this is actually what this thing. They don't want to think to have a different one. They don't know exactly what to do with Osai Samuel. So okay, now look at this clip now. The guy I put cross there, the 2 fullbacks, blue and the red one. I put cross there. The reason why is because they don't know who to mark. The guy there, is it Antnori, the guy from Manchester City? He didn't know who to mark. He didn't know maybe to come close to the midfield to support them or to come close to Osai Samuel. If he comes close to Osai Samuel, like he did here, maybe I had that one. Oh. So there was a time that he came close to Osai Samuel. Okay, I didn't have that clip there. He came close to Osai Samuel. There was space for Frank Onyeka to run into. Then that's what happened. Just
Dance football for the love of the game.
So as I was saying, and it's just the way it is. You can see clearly that they're just out of position. They don't know exactly who to mark. So Eric Chelle totally was outclassed Petkovic. He wanted Algeria to play our way, and we are masters of this game. So 5 things he did. 1, to drag them out of position, to press them high, to invite them for press, to create space between the back line and actually and their midfield, and also exploit it. So our fullback can actually exploit it. Shout out to Eric Chelle, did a very good job. I'm going to be doing tactical preview of the game between Nigeria and Morocco, where I think the pendulum will swing. We see exactly. So fantastic job from Eric Chelle. And just finally, look at the last goal scored by Alex Iwobi. So this is a product of everything that Eric Chelle actually stands for, and he did. You can see, so when the right back and left back decided to want to press high and mark Osai Samuel, mark Lookman, you can see clearly there was space behind. And Alex Iwobi could find that space. That was a pass of Victor Osimhen. He cut back, passed to Akwa Adams, he drew the goalkeeper, Nigeria scored. So that's why Algeria did not have any shot on target throughout the game, because they don't have any answer to what Nigeria actually threw at them. So that is that. And you can see clearly that Nigeria felt comfortable throughout the game. So you can see the Algerian guys are trying to press Nigeria high, but there's space between their defense line and the midfield. So that was how Nigeria split Algeria and beat Algeria. So that is that. Let me know exactly where you think the game was won and lost to. And let's discuss, let's have a debate. Guys, don't forget to like this video. Guys, always forget to like the video when it's not live. Guys, don't forget to like the video and share with your friends too. I'll come tomorrow for a tactical preview of the game between Nigeria and Morocco, where I think the game will be won and lost. So thank you for that. I'll see you again next one. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. And God bless Africa. Thank you.
Dance football for the love of the game.